All right, so I guess we're going to talk about the biggest thing that the internet is on fire with, at least in the music and YouTube community lately, and that is Finn McKenty quitting YouTube, officially talking about it now. And the big issue, I guess, and I'll do this in my best like Reddit / internet chat room impression, is Finn McKenty's a poser, and he lied, and he was only doing it for the money. Wah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, literally. Like, that's like all the headlines that are everywhere. But, you know, before I really dive into all of this, it's like, I've been doing YouTube for 4 years now, and my perception on doing YouTube as like a job has changed massively over the years, because before I started doing this stuff, I really did think it was like really easy. You just make content, you post it, and that's it. And it's like, whenever I would hear YouTubers complaining about being burned out and stuff like that, I'm like, that's just dumb. I don't get that. But I absolutely do get it now, because it is not as easy as you think once you get to a certain level. Like if you're bringing in full-time revenue and income and posting normally and stuff like that, I mean, dude, it takes up a lot of time, a lot more time than I ever thought it did. I mean, you gotta, you know, plan your videos out, or if you're lazy, you can just record them on Twitch like I am right now. Hi, Twitch chat. If you're watching on YouTube later, you can go to twitch.tv/TankTheTech when we do live stuff. But you gotta plan videos out. You gotta edit them. You gotta post them. You gotta do your SEO stuff. And even past that, nowadays, you got to keep up with social media posting. And then if you start getting into the realm of sponsored content on your stuff, which brings in additional income, that can get difficult too, whether it's filming the content and editing it in a way that makes the advertisers happy, or even finding the appropriate time to put it into a video, like right now. Because this video is sponsored by our most excellent friends over at NordVPN. I've been using NordVPN for years, but if you're a regular on the channel, you probably already know that. And if you've seen my videos, you've probably seen them sponsor some of my content in the past. And it doesn't matter whether I'm at home on this computer or on tour with Electric Callboy, on my laptop or my phone or any other device I have, I am using NordVPN. In today's day and age, online security is an absolute must, and NordVPN works for you by masking your IP address, masking your location, encrypting your internet connection, and they're the fastest virtual private network on the planet. Now, I've always used one of their plans that has Threat Protection Pro as one of the additional features, which is my favorite feature of NordVPN, because you don't even have to be connected to a VPN for Threat Protection Pro to work. And it's gonna protect you from all kinds of stuff: malware, ransomware, phishing, man-in-the-middle attacks, a whole bunch of other stuff, and there's an ad blocker built right in. And of course, one of the most convenient features of NordVPN, while you're traveling, you can stay closer to home. Or if you're at home, you can virtually travel anywhere else. The click of a button, you can join a server in another country and easily keep up with your favorite streaming shows and other stuff that you like to do. So if you'd like to join me and stay better protected online, head over to nordvpn.com/tankthetech, or just click the link in the description or the pinned comment, and you can protect up to 10 of your own devices with just one account. And if you take advantage of one of their 2-year plans, they'll kick in an extra 4 months for free. And it's all absolutely risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. So thanks to all of you that took the time to watch this. And one more time, thank you to NordVPN for once again sponsoring one of my videos. But yeah, there's a lot more that goes into this stuff than people think about. And recently, a lot of people had noticed that Finn McKenty kind of just disappeared from YouTube. If you're not familiar with Finn, he is the man behind the Punk Rock MBA that did a lot of like documentary-style videos on bands. And he had his own channel and his Twitch stream where he just talked about whatever and checked out music. He hadn't posted in a very long time, and people kind of noticed. And a few days ago, he joined Jesse Lee for a podcast to talk about all this stuff. And Jesse Lee afterwards posted a clip that has sent like music fans on the internet into a spiral. Here's that clip really quick before we go any further.
Why did Finn McKenty stop uploading YouTube videos?
I don't have any plans to do anything on YouTube.
Finn is one of the OGs in music content creation, and he's gained millions of views on his punk rock NBA channel and his second solo channel. So why did he suddenly stop?
I don't really have any interest in music. I was just doing it for the money, and I hit my financial goals. Our time on this earth is limited. Like, don't spend it doing you don't have to do if you don't want to, you know? So I don't have to keep making videos about System of a Down.
Shoeless in chat just said he'll be back in a year. I don't think so. I really don't. because like I really believe him when he said that. And also, I got to throw this out here. Like, I know Finn. Like, I wouldn't say that we're like super close friends by any means. I've never met the guy in person or anything like that, but like we talk away from content quite frequently. Like, we're in a Discord group together. We have each other's phone number and we text a lot, and not just YouTube stuff. Like, we're both dads. We both talk about music stuff. Like, so I truly believe that he's done with YouTube. He has no interest in it anymore. But that clip has caused a lot of controversy online. Like, people are going absolutely crazy over it. Already just on YouTube alone, if you type in like Finn McKenty's name, like there's tons of videos. Like, the punk rock MBA situation is sad. You got Jesse's full podcast episode, which I need to watch. The real reason Finn McKenty quit YouTube. Thumbnail says can't take criticism. Finn McKenty, liar or fraud. My response to Finn McKenty bailing on his audience. It says ungrateful in the thumbnail. The well-deserved downfall of Finn McKenty. Finn McKenty / punk rock MBA is a dirtbag. Finn McKenty is a scumbag. So you can clearly see, like, it's two things. People that already don't like Finn for whatever reason are using this as leverage to not like him more. And they're also using it to make content. Like, we're making content about it right now because I actually find this situation fascinating, but also I think it needs to be brought up into a bigger picture. And I'll get into that in a second. But like, I think the fascinating thing about a lot of these posts, like the first video that comes up has 143,000 subs. But as you get down to these other videos, like 18,000, 39,000, 7,000, 136, 2,000, 700, 4,000. I feel like on YouTube, whenever stuff like this happens, a lot of the smaller YouTubers like to go after stuff just for clicks on bigger names. And I actually say that because I've done that when my channel was smaller. So like, that's a thing. Like, clickbaiting and rage baiting and stuff is definitely a thing. Yeah, as Polka Metal just said, gotta ride the trend. I mean, Finn McKenty SEO is probably skyrocketing right now, so everybody's getting on it. I'm getting on it. Here we are. And while I'm sitting here editing this video, I actually just wanted to jump in really quick because I have another point to make on this, like people making videos about Finn. I think it's a fair assumption that none of these people that are making videos about this have ever actually had a conversation with the guy or know him past what they know of him on screen. I mean, that goes for a lot of YouTube creators and content creators. Like, as much as you guys see my videos, a lot of you don't actually know me past the screen. And, I maintain that I'm still pretty much the same anyways, but you get the point that I'm trying to make. Because in these videos, there's some pretty horrendous things that are being said. And some people go as far as making some pretty vile accusations against Finn and his family and stuff like that. And it's just crazy to me that people don't think about repercussions of the things that they're saying. Like, this is a guy that has a family and a wife and a kid, and some of the things that are being thrown out there are just horrible. And again, I wouldn't say we're close friends, but I've talked to him enough to know what kind of a person he is. And I've even asked him about some of these things I've seen, and I know none of it's true. It's just really disheartening to see that. Like, this is the internet that we live in, man. People just throw things out there and they don't even think about how it's affecting stuff, like whether it's true or not. I can't even imagine like the mental state and the psyche that some content creators have because of all the things that are just thrown out there at them. So I kind of just wanted to bring that up. Like, there's a lot more to the people behind the screen than people even realize. And some of these things that are being thrown out there are extremely damaging and can definitely affect people. But anyways, let's just go back in. All the headlines, I mean, yeah, I get it. You got to get clickbait and stuff, but it's like, Lamb Goat, punk rock MBA, Finn McKenty quits YouTube, claims I was only doing it for the money. Formally announces retirement from YouTube. I was just doing it for the money. Reddit. I don't even want to read through the comments on Reddit at this point, but it's like, our metalcore, our hardcore, they're all talking about it and going crazy right now. But here's the thing. I get where he's coming from. I 100% understand where he's coming from. First of all, as a content creator, I understand what it feels like when you feel the need to crank out content without actually being into the subject that you're covering. Like, do you guys think I want to make 4 videos about Tim fucking Lambesis in 2 weeks? No, but everybody else wants to see it. And I will say, Finn gave me some of the best advice I've ever gotten as a content creator. Once you realize it's not about what you want to make and it's what the people want to watch, like, that is when your channel will start taking off. And it's absolutely true, because this channel was built on reaction videos, right? And then I've told you guys many times, I've been open about it. I've gotten to the point where I got burned out from doing majority reactions all the time. Like, I just got burned out from it. And then I started making different content where we talk about music industry stuff and I do behind the scenes stuff. And I realized that people want to see that more than actual reactions. So I've started doing that more. There are definitely videos that I do from time to time that I kind of just don't want to do, but I know that that's what people want to see, so I do them. Now, where Finn said that he absolutely has no interest in music, I found that a little hard to believe, because I'm like, surely if you didn't have any interest in music at all, you wouldn't have been doing this in the first place. Like, I gotta believe that at some point he actually had a ton of interest in music and then it just lost it. Like, or he's interested in different music than what he was covering on his channel. The things that he's more interested in are like building businesses and SEO and growth and stuff like that, which is why what he's doing now, what he quit YouTube for, he's working basically consulting with people on how to build LinkedIn, like visibility and status and growth and on other platforms and stuff like that. And he's doing very well at it. And for those of you that didn't know, Finn has been more than just a YouTuber for a very long time. He's been behind the scenes on a lot of things that you guys probably listen to, whether it's business consulting or podcasts or marketing. Like, he's been involved with a lot of things. I've said this before on this channel, and I'll reiterate it and say it again. I think Finn is one of the most intelligent content creator. Actually, I wouldn't even just say content creation. Like, he's one of the more intelligent people that I've met in the realm of creators. Like, some of the advice he's given me and the things he's talked about are very intelligent. And I think that's where the disconnect with a lot of people with him is like, they're like, oh, he's a poser and he lied to us and he was only doing YouTube for the money. Well, yeah, he's super smart. He was making videos about topics that were getting views. And I will tell you right now, like, there's a lot of people out there that aren't going to want to hear this, but I'll tell you this right now. 99.9% of content creators out there, if they were not making income from YouTube, they would not be doing it. Seriously, like, there's a lot of people out there that are like, oh, I don't care about the money. I only do this as a hobby because it's fun and I like doing it. Maybe for 1% of the YouTubers out there, that's a thing. But you know who usually says that kind of stuff? People that just started. Or people that haven't been doing YouTube long, or people that have like less than, you know, a couple thousand subs that they can't monetize anyways. I said that when I first started, I actually was like, I love doing YouTube. Even if I wasn't getting paid, I would still do it. Now, 4 years later, if I got a notification or an email from YouTube right now that said your channel has been fully demonetized and you can never make money uploading content again, be fucking done, dude. I'm not doing it. Like, it has taken so many hours of my life away from hanging with my family at home and just doing what I want to do. Like, I wouldn't be making content. Now, I will say, as opposed to Finn, I still enjoy doing content most of the time, and I'm still very interested in music and the entire scene surrounding it. So for the most part, and I say for the most part because there are days where I don't want to do this shit. Like, just meant like, everybody has days like that where they just don't want to go to work and stuff like that. But for the most part, I enjoy doing all of this still. So like, yeah, you know, Fat Tony said, no, the fuss is not about the money. I don't mind that. It's about belittling the people who watch your content. No, I can confidently say that's your personal issue because nobody has brought that up. But let's talk about that. I wouldn't say Finn goes out of his way to belittle stuff. He puts out his opinion on the bands he's covered, and some people that like those bands get offended by those comments. And that happens with certain fandoms of people like that. So there's a lot of people out there that think that their intelligence is insulted because Finn has said things about bands that they like and stuff. But also, let me remind you again, I'll bring up Finn's intelligence with this, with marketing and stuff. He knows how engagement works. I would be willing to say that half the stuff Finn has ever said is because he knows he's going to get a rise out of people and they're going to go nuts in the comment section. And as I've told you guys a million times, if you do not like a content creator, the absolute best thing to do is completely ignore. Don't ignore or don't watch their content. Don't comment. If you comment, that's going to boost the algorithm. Even if you comment just to tell them that they look fucking stupid and their voice is annoying, which happens to me all the time. Cool, man. Like, tell me every time you want, because every comment is a boost to that algorithm. So I do think there is a sense in the back of Finn's head that it has always been there, that he knows when he says these things, he's going to get the engagement. So in a certain sense, you guys kind of fell into that trap. I'm not trying to shame you. I'm just saying, like, that's what happens on the internet nowadays. Creative Minds said the difference is earning money through manipulation. How is it manipulation though? He's just making content that he knows people are going to watch. Do you get mad at the person reporting the news? Probably not. Do you think that they're passionate about every story that they're talking about on the news? Probably not. They have to do their job. They have to bring the stories up that people want to hear. It's almost the same situation. And let's be honest, if you were entertained by it, then who really cares in the long run? Here's the other thing I'd like to bring up. How about some of your favorite bands out there that absolutely hate some of their songs, but play them live because that's what people want to hear? Are they shitty for doing something that they don't want to do just because it's making them money? There are tons of bands out there that legitimately hate some of their older songs and don't even want to play them anymore, but they still will because they know it's going to make them money. So if you hate this situation with Finn and think that he's manipulating people, the only logical assumption is you have to think that about the bands that are playing the songs that they hate too. Mariposa said making money isn't a problem. The problem is how you talk about it. People get or misunderstand that Finn do it for money and his viewers are milk cows. Well, I mean, nobody tied up the viewers and forced them to watch content to make Finn money. Again, he was making content that was interesting to people. What he was doing to make, like, what his plans were for that income is irrelevant. Because, like, again, the dude's a family guy. He's got a kid, stuff like that. He's trying to support his family. Same way with me. A good week on YouTube can pay for my daughter's preschool or something like that. So, like, there's a lot of things that he had goals and financial needs for. And it's like, if you were entertained by the content, like, what's the problem? Iolair just said, would rest of chat say Mr. Beast does what he does because he likes it? I don't know a lot about Mr. Beast. I will say he probably has fun doing his content. But again, if he was doing YouTube and was not making money from it, he'd probably find something else to make money from because, dude, we're adults. We need to pay for things. I've got a mortgage. I've got a kid. I've got health insurance. I've got bills. I can't waste hours of my day and week doing content for no return. Unless I'm one of those 1% where it's truly a hobby, where I don't play video games, I don't watch sports, I don't do anything else but make YouTube because it's fun and enjoyable. Those people do exist, for sure. There's not many of them, but they exist. Foggy Bog said Mr. Beast said since the beginning he wanted to make money. Well, there you go. I don't know, man. I just feel like this whole situation, again, it just reaffirms my thought and notion that I've had for a long time that the internet just sucks. Like, we've devolved into a society on the internet that just loves to take anything we see just to get enraged and complain about it. Because, like, aside from my, like, communication with Finn and knowing him a little bit, like, if I would have saw this, I would have been like, yeah, cool. Dude met his goals, supported his family, paid some bills, and now he doesn't want to do it anymore because he's moved on to something else. Cool. Like, whatever. And I really think a lot of this is just stemming from the fact that, one, to be honest, Finn's had hot takes on a lot of his videos, and we all have discussed how certain fandoms have really extreme fans that get really upset if you say anything negative about the band they like. So they've decided, oh, guy on the screen said he doesn't like the band I listen to, so I hate this guy. That's part of it. The other part of it is, like, the internet just likes to get enraged about stuff. It's like everybody likes to, like, grasp a topic and, like, argue and fight about it and act like they're taking a stand for something and then pat themselves on the back. It's kind of like that one episode of South Park with Britney Spears.
Kyle, what the fuck is going on now? She's been built up to be sacrificed, Stan? Sacrificed? For what?
For harvest, Stanley.
I think that's what our society really has evolved into. Everybody just loves to watch a train wreck and loves to just shit on people. And I think that's where a lot of this is coming from. And I'll tell you this right now, man. I said it earlier in the video and I'll just say it again in case anybody had any, like, thoughts about it or anything. But if I was not making money from YouTube anymore, I would quit, dude. I still enjoy doing these videos, but like I would not be putting the time into this if I was not making an income from it. Make no mistake, whether you think so or not, there's a lot of people out there that make fun of YouTubers and stuff, but like at a certain point, this does become a job. And if this job is not paying money, if any job is not paying money, I'm not doing it. Creative Minds just said, for sure, make the bag, but do it for yourself and your enjoyment. How many people in here have worked a job to make money that they haven't enjoyed? I'd be willing to bet almost all of us. Dude, sometimes you just need to make money. We've all worked shitty jobs that we don't like. Everybody on the planet has. So it comes at no surprise that there are some people that don't like doing YouTube, even though they do it. They're making money. Like there's no valor in this whole concept of, oh, you have to love what you're doing. Dude, if you need to make money, you need to make money. That's just the way it is. The thing is, you choose this life. I feel like it's not, or not like it hires you. Yeah, sure, but everybody's circumstances are different. It's not like everybody could just go out and apply for their dream job and just get it. Not everybody has access. Not everybody has experience. Not everybody is in certain situations in their lives where they're able to do these things. I actually fucking kind of hate that whole concept of like, it's like when people are like, oh, if you don't like your job, stop bitching about it and get another one. For some people, it's not that easy. And I'll fully admit, I used to say that when I was younger because I didn't get it. I used to pull the whole like, pull yourself up by the bootstraps, blah, blah, blah. And I hate that mentality now because everybody in this world is in a completely different situation and not everybody is fortunate enough to have a job that they enjoy or to get themselves in the position to get a job that they enjoy. It's just, you have to understand that. Your situation is not my situation, is not somebody else's situation. That's the bottom line. But anyways, to summarize and wrap this up, I just feel like this whole situation is being blown completely out of proportion, mainly by the fact that there are people that just already had their, opinions on Finn and they want to look at YouTubers like it's a passion job, even though for a lot of YouTubers, it is their full-time income. I feel like people don't understand. Like, I get it. I'm on Finn's side of this 100%. Like, it doesn't bother me. He can do whatever he wants. I don't care. It doesn't affect me in any way. And if you were enjoying his content to begin with, like, what's the big deal? He was making content you enjoy. What's the big deal if he was just trying to make an income and had financial goals to support his family? It's what we all do with our jobs, man. But anyways, we're going to wrap this one up, man. I feel like there was a lot in here that we covered, and I already know there's people out here that are going to be kind of going nuts in the comments because people have very strong opinions about this, whether it's Finn or the money or whatever, or maybe something I said. And again, just as a reminder, go ahead and leave those comments because all you're doing is adding to the algorithm and boosting my channel anyway. So even if you hate my guts and leave a comment to tell me, thank you very much. But if you want to join us on stream, you can go to twitch.tv/TankTheTech, where we talk about music and do reactions and a lot of other stuff. I'm on a bunch of social media. At TankTheTech is my handle on pretty much everything. But until next time, wherever you are in the world, be safe, be kind to each other. I love you all, and I will see you very soon.